Thank you. It's a real pleasure to be here and to talk about the day after tomorrow. There is no linear thinking. We talk more and more about VUCA, volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous. I don't like this man, but he said it brilliantly. There are more and more unknown unknowns. And that's why I came up with this very, very simple idea called the day after tomorrow. How much time do you spend on today, tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow? It's very simple. I mean, how much time you spend on today? What is today? It's the 117 emails in your inbox right now that you didn't even know this morning that were going to be so important. That's not a problem. You can't change that. The problem is not today. The problem is tomorrow. How do companies like yours look at tomorrow? Most of the time, by hoping that tomorrow is going to be approximately the same as today. Take budgets. I love budgets. This is budget season. I love watching companies do budgets. It's a yearly sadistic ritual where people put in imaginary numbers, fake news in Excel, which is consolidated in something which never works. And we do this sadistic ritual every year. But what we should do is spend more time on the day after tomorrow, because the problem is value. Today, very important. Tomorrow, very important. Day after tomorrow, crucial if you want to survive in a fast-changing world. And I love this model. I wrote a book on it. And in my first workshop, I bombed. This was on the flip chart. The CEO was Australian. Australians are known for their language and their candor. And he said, Mr. Hinssen, your model's wrong. I said, how come this is wrong? This is a very simple model. He said, you forgot something. He took a big red pen, he went to the flip chart, and he drew that onto the flip chart. He said, this is what you forgot. I said, what is that? He said, that's the shit of yesterday we have to clean up. And that creates negative value. I thought, wow. But in your company, what is the balance between the day after tomorrow and the shit of yesterday? And many people say, if we want to reinvent ourselves, day after tomorrow, brilliant. It means one thing, innovation is not a luxury. Innovation is a necessity. And when you say innovation, many people say, product innovation. We'll think of a product that nobody else has thought of before. And some companies are better than others. Apple is notorious for product innovation. Sometimes product innovation is bad. The marketeers under you will know this, the old people as well. 1985, when Coke brought out New Coke, it was undrinkable. And customers hated it. This is the cover of Time magazine when New Coke was so disgusting. And Coca-Cola said, we made a mistake. And what did they do? They brought back the old Coke and called it Classic Coke. And they sold more Coke than ever before. Some of you are thinking, that's a pretty good idea. Huh? We introduce a product that our customers hate so much they will be glad to buy the old stuff again. I would not recommend that strategy. But today, with all this technology, people say, no, we should go for new markets. This is where most companies will fail. My favorite example is Colgate. 1993, Colgate had every flavor of toothpaste in the world. And the entire management team said, we should go for a new market. And you know what market they went for? I have no idea what they were smoking at the time. In 1993, they said, lasagna. I mean, the idea alone. They lost hundreds of millions of dollars because they didn't start from their core strength. Tesla does market innovation. My favorite is Amazon, biggest online store in the West and biggest cloud provider on the planet. And when it was introduced, it was seen as a risky bet. But now it's bigger than Google and Microsoft, and it's the engine behind the growth of Amazon. The easiest for you to do with your customers is service innovation. Same product, different delivery. This is easy. And technology allows you to do that. Digital allows you to do that. Look at Netflix. Started out as a DVD online business. You could go to Netflix in 1997, type in Dances with Wolves. Some guy would take a DVD, put it in an envelope, and mail it to you. You'd watch it, and you mail it back. And it was a profitable business. And in 2001, some IT guy at Netflix came out of the basement. He said, why don't we stream it? Huh? And it became a verb. Service innovation. McDonald's, their stock went up 50% last year because of the kiosks. And when they teamed up with Uber Eats, it became the #1 food ordered on Uber Eats. Service innovation. And eventually, some of you will need to change their business model. Look at music. Changed twice in 10 years. First iTunes and then Spotify. And when you look at, for example, mobility, this is yellow cabs in New York going down. And this is Uber going up. And then companies like BMW realize it's not selling cars, they have to offer mobility as a service. This is my canvas for you to start thinking about what you need to do to innovate.